What is going on? This is David Lyon, founder of Embodied Man. So in this video, I want to talk about what does it mean to become a powerful embodied man? Why is this a challenging journey? And then I want to share two particular pieces that I would have liked to know when I started on this journey 5-6 years ago, that I gladly know now, and that is making my journey a lot more fun and connected and enjoyable. So let's start with, what does it mean to be an embodied, powerful man? For me, it means not just existing up here in your mind, but really starting to inhabit everything that is going on inside of you, noticing more of the things that are happening in every second inside of your body. And so what that leads to, in my experience, is that you get a sense inside of your body of who you are. You get way more clearly what is it that you want in life, what is your yes and what is your no, and then you see and experience what you're actually capable of and what your limits are. And so for me, that is really the base for an enjoyable, successful, juicy life. And whether that's following your purpose or having juicy, successful, beautiful relationships, you gotta know who you are, what you want, and what you're capable of. Not as an end result, it's always evolving, but you gotta have a sense of that to be able to move in the direction of that. Now, why is it challenging to become an embodied man? Well, we're living in a heavily disembodied culture, meaning we're born embodied, so everyone knows what it means to feel everything that's going on. And over time, we learn to move our attention just into our mind. And it's so all around us, it's so pervasive, that we don't even realize how disconnected we are from everything else inside of us. Now, as you start connecting again to your body, to everything that's going on, you're going to face a lot of experiences, a lot of undigested experiences, wounds, pain, trauma, however you want to call it. And so that's uncomfortable and that's challenging to move through. And you're going to, over time, realize more and more clearly what you actually have a yes to and what you have a no to. And the reason that's challenging is because we all learned over time that this is how we're supposed to be. This is what it means to be a man. This is what you're allowed to want, and this is not what you're allowed to want. But as you start connecting to your body, you're going to realize what you actually want, and that might be very different from what you were told that you should want. And so you're going to face a lot of fear of being rejected, of being left alone, of even dying. It's very deep in our biology that we want to be accepted by the people around us. And you're going to notice just how messed up the world is around us and how most people are not seeing it. And so that is pretty challenging, right? Now, there are two things that, again, I would have liked to know when I started on this path 6 years ago that I want to share with you. Because as you start connecting more deeply to yourself, right? You're going on this inner path, you start listening to yourself. What you're going to notice is this is a pretty challenging territory because it's not as clear as thinking. As you start connecting more to feeling, you're going to notice like, oh, these are things that are constantly changing and nothing is ever like set in stone and super clear. It's always going to be a bit vague. And it can easily lead to you feeling ungrounded, feeling like nothing is ever set in stone, everything is constantly changing, and there's nothing that I can hold on to. I don't understand my experience. I don't know why I'm feeling in 1 second this, in another second this. So it's very disorientating and it's overwhelming in many moments. And to some degree, this is part of the journey. But at the same time, there are a lot of people out there who have been studying our body and our nervous system and human history to understand where we come from, and neuroscience, that can give us like a grounded understanding of the things that are happening. And so I wish I would have learned more about this. And there's a lot of crappy information out there. So it's not like learning anything, but really learning from the people who have developed high skills in understanding the human body. So that's one piece, like getting the real grounded quality information that helps you understand more, like, why am I feeling so afraid of being rejected? Like, where does that come from? And Why do I crave things that I know are unhealthy for me? So when we have this kind of logical understanding in the background, it makes it easier to embrace that connecting to ourselves is not always crystal clear and easy and understandable. And then the other piece is community. And so it's incredible how much easier it is to learn about yourself when you are with people, when you are with other men who are present with you and who are able to mirror back to you what they're experiencing when they're with you. Because this is just how we developed as human beings, as mammals, is that we learn through relationship. And so I was on this path for a long time as a lone wolf. I thought I had to do this all by myself. No one else could support me. My problems were incredibly unique, and they are not. The more that you connect to other men, you realize that the problems you have are very universal. And so that's what being in community with other dedicated men who are willing to be vulnerable and open with you, that's what it's going to do. It's going to help you see that it's completely normal, the things that you're facing. You're not wrong. You're not deficient for facing them. And when you have the support of other men, your learning, your growth is gonna increase in speed incredibly, because we all have blind spots and we cannot uncover our own blind spots by being ourselves. It's impossible because they're blind spots for us. But when you're with other men who have sort of different blind spots, they're gonna notice your blind spots and they're gonna be able to mirror them back to you. And so very often when I share with another man a challenge that I'm going through, I get another perspective that suddenly helps me see things in a completely different light. And so those are the two things that I wish I would have had when I started. Now, that is the reason why I'm creating the EmbodiMen Hub. So this is going to be an online learning platform and community space. It's something highly unique. I've never seen anything like this out there. And it's going to combine these two things. So I've been studying many hours every day from the most gifted researchers, academic research, books by psychotherapists on these topics of embodiment, of neuroscience, of interpersonal neurobiology, of human history, to get a really grounded understanding of what's going on. And so in this hub, I'm going to share with you every month a book summary from one of these books. I'm going to share with you every week my favorite resource that I discovered during the week. That can be an article, a video, a podcast on these topics. And at the same time, it's going to be a community space. And so that means that we're going to have monthly live calls where we connect, where we can ask questions, support each other, practice becoming more present to our bodies. And there's going to be a space for you to ask questions in a forum and receive feedback and share maybe projects and ideas that you have and get at other perspectives, maybe collaborate with other men on this journey of embodiment. So really, this is going to be a place to accelerate your journey of embodiment, because you'll realize that there's a lot of men like you out there, that you're never alone, and that what you're doing is not just like your unique individual path. There's also like a real collective aspect of healing our lineage of men behind us and moving humanity forward to a different place. There is a very limited special offer that I'm doing right now at the end of the year 2020 for anyone who is ready to take a step right now, is that I'm offering membership of this EmbodiMen Hub for 1 year for 60 euros. So in the future, it's going to probably cost 30 euros per month. But I want to make this accessible, and I want men who are ready to take a step right now to give them an incentive. So basically you pay for 2 months and you get a full year, all right? I'm not going to repeat this offer. So if you resonate with what I'm saying in this video, then join the hub. There's a button somewhere below this video. And I look forward to making this year 2021 with you the year of embodiment, the year of power, and of knowing who you are, what you want, and what you're capable of. So I look forward to seeing you inside. Much love.